Hey everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. Hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. Just having... Oh, my bookmark fell out. Oh no, just slid really far down. Ready to go. Ah, I've got one. Hi, Ghosty. How are you? Is your manager still surviving? Jenny! Now there's definitely going to be some chaos. I'm still here. We're calling that a win. And I did editing today, which was not something that I do. So what's everyone up to? Yeah, I had pushy shoplifters to deal with instead. Yeah, see, I don't bother dealing with those, even when I worked retail. Minimum wage, that's someone else's problem. Especially when you can't afford health insurance. Those pushy ones tend to get violent. They don't like being caught. How about you, Jenny? Did you have, decent-ish customers? Or do they keep interrupting your reading? Oh, does that mean you're actually going to be in bed by like 1 o'clock this morning? Or are you learning how to nap? I started my February TBR. So it's this one. I'm only 48 pages in, but we've got Tutmosis trying to usurp his mom and sister, starting some crapping. I'm bet it don't go well. So, I'm curious. I have something called Lonely Man's Grave that I got. What the freak? That sounds like a threat pen. Nice. Don't need no pesky customers. Oh, yeah, that too. I can't nap. Kids won't let me tomorrow, and I have more bookcases being delivered. Because you keep shopping too much. You can't fit anything on yours anymore. How many bookcases does that make? True, it's a dystopian thing. Well, you could always make the kids nap, and then you could sneak in one too. Three big and a small. And what bookcases do you have being delivered tomorrow? Says the one that only has Kindle books. What are you reading on your Kindle these days? And what are we up to? I'm going to bet you've bought 60 and read 12. So we got small, medium, and larges now, huh? So does that mean 3, 4, and 5 shelves? Or are we going by width? Elaine, hi! No, I'm just waiting on Jenny to make a dirty comment that we're talking sizes. Because there's definitely one that went through my head. The smaller being moved. What you got against small ones, huh? Bookcase size. I'm at 52 bought, 3 pre-order. Hey, I got one of those correct. So that brings you up to what? 4,070? I want all the bookcases to match. Good luck. If you find one you like, by the time you go to get more, they've decided, no, you can't has. I'm almost nailing it tonight. No, I do have something I might have you beat on, Jenny. I was counting up all the series that I've started since booktube, and it's over 160. So I might have you beat for once. They emailed to tell me they were back in. Suckers! Like, we know this guy will get it. Oh, bookcases matching color. I mean, come on now. We had to make some kind of dirty jokes. There was too much AI chat yesterday. We couldn't cause proper chaos. And you know they complain, but they count on us to create chaos and flood their chat. Because it's really fun when they don't know what's going on. As someone has made me buy more books. Elaine! I think that was the other way around. You and Noah kept making us buy books. A little too safe lately. They know what's up. They need their chaos twins because they don't have the proper gremlins like I do. And it's just no fun if it's all mature. Even Pat was accidentally getting in on it. Hi, William. Don't be too I got some thoughts, but I'm not going to put that out there. I made the mistake of buying a book and didn't realize the girth of it. So we don't like small ones, but you know, even Van's getting into the girth. Did you have a good birthday, William? I did not make you buy more books. Favor was just calling to you to rub those big wings. Do you need 2 hands, Van? Yeah, show us them hands. We don't trust you. Don't be like Gareth and keep rubbing it out. Over. I lost count of how many times he said that before he realized that that was an inappropriate thing for half the guests. I need to ask for someone to give me a helping hand. Well, I mean, there's always Noah. Y'all did have that sleepover. That is very different UK versus American. Here, that would be a good thing. Y'all's version, yeah, not so much. But what's so bad is we named Franny because there's a song in American Dad, Franny, Fanny, and she likes to throw her butt around and be like, yep, hold this. She cannot just stand up. She has to throw her butt on somebody. Noah is banished. What did you do to him? Since she's been. I love we start the Pandemonium off from the very get-go. It was great. My wife got me a nice new shirt and hoodie. We ate at my favorite restaurant, and the live stream was fun. Oh, I'm glad you had a good one. Just too much. I'll be happy to hear you say that. Usually you keep calling him little. Sounds like you had a great day, buddy. Oh, jeez. And this is when Ben pretends that he's all innocent. Oh, I didn't mean Noah. I was talking about the book. Sure you were, Vin. Oh, we have the nice, polite comments. And then there's everyone else. You might start off innocent, but you ain't gonna stay that way around here. Now you're sending pictures, man. Does no one know you're sending these pictures? You gotta get permission from everybody involved. See, now you scared my cat. He had to go running out of the room, and now he's screaming about it. Wait, what? Sending unwanted pictures and not warning folks. Jeez. You're just throwing Elaine under the bus here. Book pictures. Is that what we're calling it now? I don't believe you. I enjoy corrupting the innocent. We must convert all to the Chaos Goblin Horde. We started with just, the 2 Chaos Gremlins, and now it's all this. Hi, Matthew. Welcome to the Chaos. He did send me wiggly doorknob picture. Oh. And the unhinged continues. That's always what it is around here. It's always insanity. We don't even try to hide it anymore. So what are you up to tonight? Unhinged in more ways than one. Always. I am making up for not being here last week. Yeah, I mean, come on now. We gotta have all of our chaos. It's what makes this work. Get ready. What are you gonna be watching tonight? Or playing and, reading. I always start off cold and then I get toasty. I'm building my sweatshirt collection on the back of my chair. Still can't decide if I want to read more Red Rising or start Into the Drowning Deep. Are you enjoying Red Rising? Or does it need a skim and close it up? We got 1 vote for finishing and 1 that has no idea. I don't have either of those. I've never even heard of the second one. How many books do you currently have going, Jenny? Get too many going, they start getting confusing. Dogman? I've never heard of that one. Now, is it a proper children's movie, or is there going to be a lot of crying at the end? Because I don't trust it when there's a dog in a movie or a Stephen King novel. It doesn't usually end well. Even the comedies. Marley and Me was evil. That was supposed to be funny. And then the end happened. Yeah, that's usually my Kindle books. I save those for during the work week, and then I attempt to read physical books. The Demonologist seems to be a reread, but I don't remember most of it. Odd for me with horror. That counts as an almost new read. I do not skim. We'll teach you. Practice makes perfect. It's a cartoon about a cop who is human body with dog's head. The writer of Captain Underpants. So it'll be goofy fun. So the dog might be okay, since he's not really a dog anyway. We're just trying to help you maximize your reading. If you skim the bad books and then only read the good parts of them, you get them over with faster and you can get onto the other stuff. Is Joe Hill better with dogs in his books? I have no idea, actually. I've never read any of his. But supposedly. Now we're going to have to test that theory, Jenny. I am not evil. She can claim that. I can't. We're trying to help. Cheating is how you get ahead in the world. Come on now. Where's that stubborn spirit? Who needs to behave? We do what we gotta do to get the books over. I read all of Joe Hill's stuff, and I don't even remember a dog in them. So he didn't take after his sociopath, father, who says he likes dogs, and then finds some random reason to put them in and kill them in every single book. That's why they send their geese after us instead, because their geese are they take the concentrated evil of the whole country and just put them into a giant bird and sick them on us. I'm on to y'all. I used to feed those geese bread. I was nice to them. And they tried to steal my shoes off my feet. Not cheating. I don't care what Feyre does with her tongue or where Ryzan puts his fingers. Elaine! I like geese. I like them from a distance. When you're trying to have a picnic or hang out around the lake or the pond even, they're evil. It's swans for the UK. They seem to enjoy attacking. See, I've only seen swans twice. And they were really chill. That might have been because they were goth swans, because they were these really pretty, all black ones. But they were very chill and well behaved. All we have are pigeons here. Yeah, we don't get a lot of geese actually here. I just hear them flying over. I'm like, shouldn't you have left already? It's December and January, and you're still doing small groups of flybys. Headed the wrong direction. It's y'all ain't flying south. They're confused. Geese taste better. Have you been eating them, Jenny? Someone has been lying to you about Canadians. Hill does not turn out books as fast as his dad does, but he's still relatively young. Our seagulls are vicious and fearless. Seagulls are cool. I've only seen them a couple of times because, I tend to avoid the areas where they go because there tends to be a lot of, like, murderous sunlight. But I've seen them in parking lots and they just wander around pecking at popcorn. We get loads here. Right now we have the partridges. Are they in the pear trees? Seagulls are the devil's bird. I love how over there they're evil and over here they're just like, beach bums that occasionally get a little too far inland. You over here got evil seagulls and swans, and they're chill here. It's our geese that are pure evil. Hissing. Our gulls will steal your food right out of your hand. Okay, now that I would pay to see. Just like, what happened? I got robbed by a seagull. It pulled a knife on me and everything. And I've known a dog to do that. It went in the kitchen and like snatched a knife off the counter and was running around with it. Need to say, it got whatever it wanted to convince it to drop the knife. Twice. Feathery dive bomb. Oh, I'm sure they are, but it's not the same as seeing it in person. You gotta properly experience somebody getting robbed by a seagull. It's kind of like how you seeing all the little bunnies going, oh yeah, it's springtime. Everyone's got all their like herbs and stuff out at the stores, and you'll just see them just grazing on the bottom shelf. And yet when I plant those same herbs, I get nothing. They're like, yeah, I could eat that, but I like your lilies better. They will straight up ignore whatever herbs I plant. They let the lettuce dry up and die. I once went for a stroll down an isolated stretch of beach, and a crow was following me, probably because I had a nest nearby. Or I thought you had something shiny and I wanted it. Is today going to be seagull videos instead of adverts? I mean, I wouldn't object. I don't think they'd make as good of a reaction video, but I wouldn't object. I saw a good one the other day. It was an angry bunny that threw itself in the trash. And then it like attacked the baby gate and it fell over on it. And so he's just like, I got no bones. I'm dead. I'm still moving, but I'm dead. I'm just being feisty. Love crows. I always get the two mixed up, but they seem chill. At least crows are smart. Although I've heard they hold a grudge if you're mean to them. That's the problem with smart things. We know to stay mad and get revenge. And no one suspects the birds. Unless they've seen the movie. I had an ex who was terrified of them. And then after he was a sleazebag, it cracked me up. I just thought it was stupid. I remember having to watch it in some lit class in high school. Why is the dumb blonde running up the stairs and getting trapped in the attic? Then again, that's every horror movie. You gotta have big boobs and no brains, and you just run up the stairs and go, oops, there's no exit. And I forgot to bring a weapon. So, oops, I can't hide and I can't fight him off, even though I've got him bottlenecked. Every freaking time. As I walked, the crow made a lot of noise, and it moved from one tree to the next as I walked. Ooh, you were being stalked. See, Vin, you're safe. Faye are too stupid to notice if you step out with one of the other Faye. You cheating on Feyre again, Van. Maybe you're familiar. Are you a wizard, William? You hiding some magic powers? Feyre would be in a ditch. It's not very gentlemanly. Just go ahead and push her in the water and see if she can swim. Well, it depends on what's actually on the bottom of the ditch. That could be kind of fun. Oh, Feyre. We'll never go away. It's UK, so mainly brambles. Yeah, we had a ditch back in Georgia that was nice and deep, and we would throw the leaves in it to cover up some of the thorns that were growing at the bottom. Tracy! Oh my, hi! How are you? You've been, hon? Oh my goodness. I know y'all don't know, but I have known her. We used to go to high school together. Well, would have been high school if they, hadn't messed everything up. So yeah, it was 8th grade. Oh my goodness. I have been crazy. What are you up to? Are you still in New York? I am reading this. I just started. I didn't even know you were on here. Oh my goodness. Aw, thistles. They are Scottish. You're in Boston now? That's awesome. Still doing the art therapy? Everybody's saying hi. I think we had some random thistles like popping up in the yard at my house here. Like, not my favorite, but just because they get to stay. Got some good bookstores. Nice. I think actually one of my cousins lives around there. He's the game designer. Have you been to Brattle? It looks so cool. One of these days, I'm going to have to actually make it up there. But right now, I'm still trying to figure out how to be able to use my vacation for vacation. Are you liking it? Or, still just at least have good bookstores? No, I left there 2009. I moved out to California for a few years. Then I was in New Mexico for 6 years for school. And now I'm in the Midwest going, well, for a year and a half, I got to make Pretty Fire, and then COVID ruined that. And I'm still trying to get back into it. But I have grass, which I never thought I would be excited over grass until I spent 6 years in the desert. And so now I'm excited that I have grass in my backyard. Still no trees. That's probably a good thing because of the tornadoes, but we got grass now. Scotch thistles planted themselves in my yard. Love it. Little chickadees and finches. Well, when I bought the house, they planted, well, I think it was on purpose because it was a bed of yellow daylilies, which would have been nice, except for I hate yellow. It was yellow and random purple flowers that I think might have been some thistle that has still like spread itself around. Oh yeah, I mean, I gotta get paid to play with fire. Right now, they tell me I'm not allowed to because there's a bunch of propane in the back of where I work. And I'm on some lists, which is no fun. Now they'll suspect me. Not that kind of grass, like the stuff that you can walk on. Not the stuff half my coworkers are, smoking daily and admitting to growing. Random question. I'm on my laptop as my phone charges. How much battery life do your phones have? Mine is about 10 hours, 7 if I don't put it down the whole time. Mine, it depends what I'm doing. Like if I'm on YouTube or Facebook, it drains it in a heartbeat. If I'm just, checking messages and reading on my phone, on the Kindle, it'll last my whole 10-hour shift and still have like 20% left. So what are you reading, Tracy, or what are you up to? I've managed to kill mine as fast as 5 hours. What were you doing, Jenny? We're really getting international with it. Spreading out around the U.S. and getting all the various countries involved. 12 hours-ish, but it's brand new. One of the things, I'm going to have to get a new one just because mine's too full of pictures of the dogs, and so it doesn't want to work very well. Up here, big changes, and many can legally grow their own. I think this is one of the places where you can. I can't say I've looked into it, but I can't stand the smell of it. Maybe 7 if I am hammering it. I am lame in reading nonfiction mostly. Hey, that's not lame. Some folks enjoy it. I've tried, but it always feels like a textbook when I do it. What nonfiction are you reading? Watching all the live streams. Well, yeah, we got to keep it dirty and fun for you. Did you figure out your buttons? Stop playing with the buttons, Van. Unless you get permission, then yes. Other than what I'm trying to spell. Sure, blame it on the buttons. We know you just don't know how to spell. It's okay. One of these days you'll learn that you don't actually need the U in color. I'm reading a book called Cased. It's a super long, so it's taking me a while. Yeah, those tend to, like, if you give me a nonfiction, if I read 10 books or 10 pages an hour, I'm doing good. Give me a fiction book and I can read like 40 to 70 pages in an hour. It's very different. You can have 7 hours, man? I'm impressed. And that's when he's hammering it. Yeah, none of this gentle stuff. Nonfiction is great. Most of my reading. I feel mildly under attack tonight. Well, we got to get you back for missing last week's. Only mildly. Like, we're not being that rough, Fan. The U is staying, like the B in cookies. Bookies? That's something else. That's where you place your bets. That's where Jenny works. And this is what we do every week. I always say we're going to do a reading sprint. It's like we're going to chat for a little bit and then we're going to read our books for a half hour. And then it just evolves into pervy chaos and a little bit of reading. Those aren't biscuits, Van. Biscuits get sausage in them or they get covered in sausage gravy. And now here's Jenny's chance to make a comment about putting sausage in something. Wait, am I to understand there's innuendos here with your phone? Ven started it. And believe it or not, me and Tracy used to be very innocent. I remember us having this half-hour conversation of how to say things without actually saying them. Because we were good back then. And you will know, I almost got JoJo to say the F word a little while ago. Shocked the crap out of me. We were sitting here talking, and yep, she started to blurt out the F word and then caught herself halfway through. Our good little church girl. I think I've been a bad influence over the decades. Nope, I will be good. No, you won't. I mean, you are talking about white gravy, Cat. That's why we call it gravy and not sauce. Because, yes, that's asking for way too much. We were such innocent little ones. Always innuendos with these young ones. So, I think me and Tracy might be the babies here, though not by very much. Can you believe it? We used to be the good little ones. Remember Aisha chasing me out of the cafeteria with the breadstick? That was wow. Gravy is brown. Are you getting racist on the gravy, Van? I mean, I am older than Willie. White gravy sounds wildly inappropriate. Sounds better than saying white sauce. And I'm not going to call it Alfredo because that's a different seasoning. Don't think you're meant to eat it. You are the old man, so you keep saying. I think I am tonight. Oh no, Noah's not here to make us all feel bad with his little babies. Could be special sauce. Elaine! That's what you get from McDonald's. No! And that's not how you spell protein, but okay. With specials. Well, it depends what you make it out of. I'm thinking probably not. Unless there's some things in there that I really don't want to know about. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Generally, there's been a discussion about that a couple years. Why were y'all discussing whether or not that's cannibalism? Oh, that would. Wow. Yeah, he might be a little upset. Poor little Ratatouille. That was such a cute movie. The UK is very. To be fair, is there any place that isn't really odd? Just in various ways. I mean, y'all do mislabel everything and use Z's or S's instead of Z's, so that's kind of weird. It is potentially people in the right circumstances. But in the right circumstances? You say that, and I'm just picturing Captain America going, I got that reference. If you don't swallow, doesn't. Now we're really getting technical with it. Hold on, let me take off my socks. Really get the chat on fire. We're gonna go that far with it. I mean, you do say the wrong, so. Nah, y'all got it wrong. You're using S's incorrectly. And I've read so much stuff by UK authors that now it takes me a second to pick out which one is right and wrong. Reckless abandonment, maybe. Ooh, sock time. And this is what I have become. This is my Friday nights. Scandalous! You have bare feet? No, if it was springtime, I would have painted my toenails, and then it'd really be scandalous. I think anklets are making a comeback, I heard. Really annoys me that my phone defaults to US English for corrections. We might not be that intelligent over here, but we've got, the patent on how to spell words now. We took over. Sockless, how could you? Girl, trying to get them views, gotta show off them socks. And if you ask nicely, maybe they'll be toes one day. But only one toe, you gotta pay for the rest. Belly dancing book reviews and one toe snuck in at some point during the live streams. That explains the typos. He keeps trying to combine American English with UK English, and then it just explodes. Next thing you'll be on that feet finder. How did you know about that? Are you spying on me, Jenny? So, thank you. No, that's just me being thick. And now we're back to size. I bring up feet and he goes back to size. There's nothing wrong with socks. I don't care if anyone keeps them on the whole time. Also, nothing wrong with socks and sandals. That's the most adult thing ever. Socks and sandals. I'm a Scorpio. I find out all secrets. Oh no, I might be hiding some secrets for myself, but I don't want to find those. See, so William is the mature one here. I think we're vaguely traumatizing. Yeah, I'm a girl we ain't talked in a while, and the rest of us are just nuts. Like, yep. We have grown up and changed in the last few years. Though I still have the picture of me and you at my 21st at the bar. We had some fun ones. Like, oh, back when we were young and carefree. Are you bragging? I am normal English, thank you very much. So he was thick and now he's just normal. We've shamed him into downgrading. Grown up sounds horrifying. Yeah, I still diss Minnie. Ain't no sense in being an adult if I can't play with things that go boom. Yes, first legal drinks. Yeah. That was, and yet it was still a good time. I don't think I took a picture of my wrist. If I did, I can't find it. See how many we got through that night. Someday my hubby will win Lotto Max and then I can be rich and eccentric. Is there any other way to be? I mean, like, the current rich folks are clearly doing it wrong. Instead of being eccentric, they're just all assholes. Like, you gotta have, your sneaky hideaways. Like, all right, we're just sneaking through the walls to this room. No one will find us. The playground. And just all kinds of all over the place. That's only because you have to wait ages for a legal drink in the US. Yeah. I think they kind of have it backwards. Like, you need to learn to hold your alcohol before you get to be able to do the other adult things. But then again, we're really dumb as teenagers when, we're sober. So. Hey, by the next election? Well, no. Soon. Have you seen the new Interview with the Vampire TV show? He used to be reading Anne Rice. I have not. I keep saying that I'm going to, but then I haven't gotten around to it. So I love that you mentioned that. Me and Elaine, Cobalt Dragon, are going to be starting rereading those again in March. I still like them. I still really want to go to New Orleans because of Anne Rice. I love that you remember that. Oh. No! You missed it. Vince said you were too big for him earlier. If you're not rich, you're just crazy. I'll accept being a crazy person. No. What? I did not say that. Yes, you did. It's at the beginning of the chat. I'm the dad. That's why. You're the baby of this chat, Noah. Who, by the way, Tracy, that is our other chaos gremlin. I was talking about books. Sure you were. I want to go to New Orleans, period, but also for vamp stuff. Oh, like, what did it say is we're going to have some money and we're going to plan a trip. Because Daddy has a contact in New Orleans that can hook us up with all the, side stuff that most of the public doesn't know about, that's special invitation only. And he's big into Anne Rice. Like, I've seen his costumes of, like, he went full on Lestat and Claudia and everything. So, we just got to have some money so we can hook it up. Hey, Noah, you are not the dad in any way. Hey, all, how is everyone? We're all being perverts, as usual. I am not the baby. You're, 34, aren't you? You the youngin'. Noah, are we really gonna... You're sneaking on me. JB's back here trying to tickle me with his tail. Just accept your place. No, we aren't. Be nice to me. Never. Yes, Noah, you are the baby, pinching those cute little cheeks. Brat, then. Gotcha. No, I'm not a brat. You take that back. No. How are you? We've got our sneaky kitty here, who's tickling my back with his tail. Please tell me you have baby blues to go with your blonde hair, Noah. He doesn't know. Yeah. Then, are they blue? Too small to tell on my phone. Everybody's saying hi. Yep. Reader, I'm gonna have to post my Amazon later so y'all can pick an outfit for me. I'm out of belly dancer outfits now. And I need to do another, hip review. I think I've got 2 options on there. Though there won't be one this Thursday because I had a bunch of other stuff. Aw, thank you. See which one everyone likes. I think I'll start a onesie collection. Those are really good in the winter. They're so freaking comfy. Though then when you have to go to the bathroom, it kind of sucks. Look, you were going to be very surprised at this one. I found one that was soft pink and actually kind of cute. And then I was eyeing a blue one, and I'm still trying to find a good black one. Like, I have the bra with the sequins on it, but I don't have like an actual black one. My 2-piece one, my cute one, is a leopard print one covered in coins. Onesies are me. I mean, you are still in baby Romper's nose. I have 4 onesies. I'm not. Little Winnie the Pooh one. If it has Winnie the Pooh, it has to have a back flap. I mean, those are just the rules. It was warm in Texas today for winter, 60 degrees. That is toasty. Though I think we're supposed to be hitting 60s next week here. Yeah. I will be very surprised. We're supposed to hit 70 on Wednesday. What the freak? I'm so confused. And yet I was wearing 3 layers to work on Monday because it was so cold. And even at work, I didn't take them off. I suspect his do have that back flap for easy access. That wasn't the one I was thinking, but yeah, that reason could work too. 38 in Boston. That's just rude. Like, if it's gonna be that cold, it should be just a little bit colder and give you some snow. Like, that's just rude. Either give me snow or give me some, like, flowers. This cold for no reason is just wrong. You should not be surprised at this, Noah. For sure, that is Weenie the you used to be the one telling us to behave, children, and now sometimes you're going the worst. My trademark look is the utility vest. It holds my wallet, phone, charger, keys, paperback book, and sometimes binoculars. Nice and prepared. I don't think I've ever been that. Elaine is the secret ringleader. Well, she is the dragon mother after all. The corruption is working. I think so. William's the only well-behaved one. Tracy's pretending, but I know there's a little bit in there. I mean, we have known each other for, oh my goodness, almost 25 years. With some breaks in between, but still. The history's there. Didn't say I have to behave. Plus, I can say old timers and don't know what I'm saying. You type very well for somebody with old timers disease. Hey, I am a paragon of virtue. Thank you. Are you? Are you, though? You are the instigator. You're the lead chaos gremlin. You start it and then sit back there and go, Mwah! While we all take it and run. All this, fun chaos of 8th gradeness and all the boy crushes. The queen of the gutter. I don't know. I have a lot of practice at that. That's how we get through the day at work is, wait, the uptight management isn't here? Yay. Like, I have trail mix at work. Everybody always wants to try my trail mix, but they're not allowed unless they ask to try my spicy nuts. Every time. And no one will usurp my throne. We might have to co-chair that one. We do have a lot of fun with Gareth and Dave. Really? Did you type that with a straight face? I've been in full gremlin mood all week, to be fair. My boss didn't know how to deal with me this week. I don't think that counts. Like, y'all don't seem to have rules at your work. The problem of small towns, y'all have all grown up together. You can't really... It's like, I'll give you crap. Oh, yeah, I'll tell your mom. They bring you treats at work. How much trouble can you be? Forgot, also a ballpoint pen. I keep those in my ponytail. They're good for pulling out, if anybody gets out of hand. I did, Elaine. Are you lying to us, Van? Bet you got some horns going. I'll be sassing in front of the bosses, too. It depends which ones. Some are very old and old-fashioned. Like, y'all need to give us warning because the music that we play is not appropriate. If you don't tell us, you're just going to walk in on F words and, drug references. I am. Hell, he is from out of area. That poor guy. I just seem to get away with it. Well, that's no fair. Good for you, but no fair. I had to fake it when I worked retail. So yeah, I still have to fake it, but I remember having several pins in my ponytail and then got pissed when I couldn't find any at my counter. You're supposed to go, wait, where is it? Act like you're looking for your glasses. You just gotta pat yourself on the head. I think JB's over here threatening me. He's cleaning his bitch slapping paw. By the way, the binoculars are for bird watching, not people. Yeah, that's true. You might have to clarify. Oh my goodness. We believe you. Now, if Vin said that, we'd have some questions. Beezer, what are you plotting? Never trust a cat when he's licking his paw. He's up to no good. Probably because you were towering over him with your anti, afraid to give you crap. Oh know. The manager might like to climb. We don't know. Nah, he's rougher than me. Not sure he is used to my level of audacity. How many for? Only 3. I've got the 2 pups that will not make appearances because the little man hates my chair. He only visits if I'm recording in the living room. And then the kitty that was behind me. We got Lil Man. Franny sometimes will come in here and go, excuse me, it's only an hour till dinner. And Lil Man, he'll be in some of next week's videos, I think. I know he was in both the videos I recorded today. I'm starting to get confused which ones I'm posting, which ones I just have pre-recorded. How about you? Do you still have your guinea pigs? So I know you always had guinea pigs and bunnies when we were little. Safe words are important then, Ven. He was not happy when I asked if his new baby was his because she had it. Ouch! Wrong book, cat. That's Fourth Wing. Vin is a favorite man. Wait, which book was I thinking then? That was how I welcomed him. Man, you're horrible. Yeah. I'm this Vinny. And hey, I have to claim 5'2" in public because no, I have to wear shoes. My Furby baby got a new scratching post today and has been hugging it for hours. What is in that scratching post? Oh, that reminds me. Apparently, Nala is actually a harmless Carl. He was slinking around the driveway when we pulled in Wednesday and the neighbors were out. Like, hey, Carl, get your butt over here. It's like, oh. So he's not just like a random neighborhood sweetheart stray. He actually does belong to the neighbors. And still tried to go into our garage while they were watching. I do not have any pets, but roomies and my partner has 2 cats who are my stepchildren. Aww. Hey, if y'all live together, they're yours too. Roomie has a cat. Is it a sweet one? Or is it like, a butthead like most of them? JB is a butthead. Jackie Boy was sweet. Shots fired. Violet is the man climber. That was my thing. I mean, Noah wants to climb Zayden as well. So. Well, he was written like he was super hot. Wow, Ven. Am I wrong? Oh, not. You didn't even give me a chance. Love you, buddy. Yeah, that's what every girl says when she's being mean. Explains why Violet is so dumb. Too busy climbing to actually study. Hey, I resent that. I haven't climbed in a while. So, I mean, to be fair, if you give me like Henry Cavill, there will be no studying going on. Except for of anatomy. And we all know the answer. That's why. Hey, the oxygen gets really light when you go up that high. Lies and slander. Exactly. Good, just because some of us like to climb. When you're that little, there's not really any options. Everyone's climbable. Exactly. I might have been more interested in all those classes. Ma kept trying to make me be a doctor. Well, if they looked like that, I'd be willing to study with them. I don't think he's played a doctor yet. Not in public, anyway. Climbing is for us fun-sized people. For all the fun stuff. So man can't spell because he's tall and the air's thinner up there. Well, I mean, you do keep calling him an ant. One of these days we're gonna have to do like a Lord of the Rings thing just because all the references. And I know Jenny will love it. Time also moves slower the higher you get. Are you talking physical height or the other kind? Oh, jeez. If you can understand it, then it is spelled as intended. Ben, seriously, who could you climb? I mean, seriously. Hey, some of those NBA players are freaking huge. Aw. Well, then you're making them in the wrong groups. I've known a couple chicks that were fairly tall. I used to hang out with a girl that was 6'1" before she put on her heels. So you don't like tall girls, Van? Or do they just not have those in the UK? Damn, even I'd feel bad. And she always wore the high heels. And I don't mean like the little, like 2 inches. Like, no, they were, big heels. So I got to be tuck under all the guys and some of the girls if, other folks couldn't take a hit. I'm like, fine, I'm dating that one. I'm just going to pick someone bigger than me and say I'm dating them. Not that many around here. Does she play D&D? I think Ven would consider that important. I have no idea. I haven't seen her since my bar days. So you do need therapy. Aren't you always trying to destroy people's characters when you set up the D&D board? But it's been a month since last year. You might need it again. Or not. You could just stay insane. That's way more fun. We know Noah has a thing about horns. What? And cows. Elaine! Finn! Noah, they're just getting you. I think somebody's trying to deflect. It is nice that people equal height, so she is not looking up or down. Yeah, most guys are bigger than me. I don't think I've ever. I do know one guy that is the same height as me, but we lie and say he's got an inch on me to make him feel better. Love, you know. Highland cow specifically. Those are so adorable. I want to snuggle one so bad. Who are you calling a cow, Van? My ex-wife was 5'3", so she was slightly taller than me. Was that with or without shoes, though? I mean, they are cute with all that fur. Mm-hmm. Does give daddy energy for you know. But I'm like, not like into them. Jeez. You're all mean to me. It's because we love you. We have to be mean. But in the playful way. And I didn't mean you, Jenny. You better watch who you're calling a cow. She lives closest to you. Because how far is Scotland from London when you, like, hop on a train or something? You don't even need a plane and a passport, do you? Baby Highland cows are the cutest. If I could afford them, like, all right, since Franny wants to not snuggle half the time, we're just getting a cow to come snuggle with me. Careful, Vin. I'm 5'4". I'm 5'5". 5'6" for me. How many Minotaur romances have you read again? In my 34 years of life, 2. I am much closer to Scotland. That means you're in danger, man. Better not be calling folks cows. Jenny might come whoop your butt. Plane is fastest to London, but there are direct trains and buses. 2 hours on a trainish, I would guess. Maybe 3. I can't even get to the big city that I want to go visit that fast, and it's in the same state as I am. Wait, I've still yet to get to see James Rollins and have him sign a freaking book for me. Because it's always 7:30 on a Tuesday night. I'm like, why you gotta be 3 hours away and act like I don't have to go to work in the morning? Or like I have vacation to take that many days off. Direct trains, my dream life. Yeah, we kind of got spoiled with MARTA. Like, they were good. Nowhere else have I lived that had, like, a train system that good. But they're still not fast. Manchester's not far from the border, really. See, Noah, you are the baby. Aberdeen to London is around 8 hours. Mm-hmm. MARTA, that was my thing. 4th of July, you go down to Centennial Park and then hop on MARTA to get back home. Screw all that traffic and parking. But then it closed at midnight, so, you know, not always the thing. The buses were sketchy, but those trains, they were good. I am not. You're not the shortest, but you are the youngest. Technically speaking. Mentally, that's a whole nother thing. I'm going to have to Google it now. 5.5 hours, apparently. To go between countries, that is mind-boggling. Like, there are states that are farther away, depending on traffic. Or just trying to get across Texas. An hour flight. But then you gotta plane and deplane and get your luggage. So it's an hour, but when you build in the airport time, it's at least 3. Do y'all have a decent train system in Boston? And have you made it up to Salem? That's another one on the bucket list. I was gonna try to do Salem last year, and then life went off the rails. And that vacation time and vacation money went bye-bye. And apparently I need to book my hotel like a year and a half in advance for Salem. Woo! Another trip. Boston trains are good, but kind of bad with construction. Is that another one where, there is constant construction, except for you never see it actually happening? I want to go to Salem. I love how we're all finding, like, we're all slightly weird and want to go to the, like, creepy places. Wow, spelling. No trains on my island. Plenty on the island of Java. Well, I guess depending on the size of the island, that would be kind of crazy. I think of islands and I'm like, it's an island. Everything is too close together. But then again, I think the only island I've ever been to was Tybee back in, when we all went on that trip with school. When you were better knows, we should go to Pendle Hill. I want to go so bad, man. Have they got you any updates, Noah, or are you still waiting on second, third rounds of Dr. Mess? Let me know if you want to go to Salem, though. Me and my partner went there before. It's cute and spoopy during Halloween, Salem. Of course, it's Halloween. That is, like, the best time to go to Salem, but also the worst time to go because that's when everyone wants to. But, like, you've got to check out the Hocus Pocus house. Did y'all check out the Hocus Pocus house when you went? Or, like, go to other places? Because somebody had posted the address of it. They're like, I found the picture and posted it. Like, that is the house. And I still need to go because I still watch Hocus Pocus every year for Halloween. I don't care it came out when we were 6. I still watch it. Like, I've got so many trips that I want to take. One day I'll eventually, like, have vacation and money. In my head, I have planned lots of them. Went years ago. I want to know where my ancestor was executed. Dang, that's dark. Not yet. I'm waiting for my referrals for more scans, a specialist in hematology. Hopefully they get to you quick. We got to get you all fixed up. And then you won't be so sleepy, so you can be you can beat Ben here and start giving him crap first. I even enjoyed the second Hocus Pocus. It was okay. It wasn't the first one, that's for sure, but it didn't suck as much as I suspected that it would, because let's be real, the only good Disney sequel was Rescuers Down Under, which actually was better than the original. At Salem, I got scared of the wax museum thing. I discovered I'm afraid of wax figures. Yes, I've randomly never seen Hocus Pocus despite being Halloween-y. Tracy! Oh my... Okay, we need to fix that. Like, have you not seen Hocus Pocus? It is quintessential. It is childish, but it is quintessential Halloween. It's so good. It's Bette Midler being Bette Midler. And I think I might be Winnie, not just because of the hair. Like, okay, so if I ever actually can manage to make it up to Salem, you're gonna have to watch Hocus Pocus first so that you can, like, nerd out with me. I have seen that as well. So you got to watch movies as a child, and then you became broken. Because you're not that much older than us, so you would have been, like, 10 or so. Aliens, Terminator 2. Yes, Terminator 2 was... This is how messed up I am. I had a crush on the Terminator when I was, like, 3 and watched that movie. I didn't see the house, but I've heard it's there. Prob on the witch tours. Or you might have seen it. You just didn't know because you haven't seen the movie to recognize that, hey, that's that house. Like what? I've been disappointed in all of them. I was so excited for Incredibles 2. And we got so... They forgot they made us wait 14 years. And then forgot that Jack had powers. And was like, it's a whole new thing. And then most of them were just stupid. The only good parts of that movie were Jack. And there was not enough of that one. Impressive. I need to see it and then go to Salem as part of my goth destiny. Yes! Yes, you do. It's like, that's so freaking cool. I haven't watched the Terminator movies for so long. Need to rewatch them. I remember the second one, and then like I watched one of them later because it had the guy from Avatar, but not blue, and he was hot. You have to visit Madame Tussauds. You'd be surprised how short many of the celebrities and politicians are. It wasn't that one, but I went to one in, I think it was Gatlinburg. It's like, wow, are these like life size? They don't tower over me as much as I expected. I liked the Arnold one. I might have been disturbed in going for the bad boys from day one. Arnold and Tom Cruise in Top Gun. You know, of course, when he was trouble. I've been damaged forever. I did not like Incredibles. I think it was an out. You didn't? Not even the first one? Like, but Jack! He's the freaking best. How did they let us watch Terminator? Because it was R-rated. As much as they let us, as my brothers were watching it, and, you know, you got older brothers too. You know how that works. We watch what they get to watch. Even though they should not have been watching it either at that age, but Dad didn't care. You remember, Dad let me and Greg go watch Jurassic Park and Tombstone at the theater across the street. We were 6 when, no, I think we would have still been only 5 when Jurassic Park and Tombstone came out. And I saw that at the theater. Greg wasn't even old enough to go watch that. And we got in. And Mom had no idea until she got home. I read worse than I watched as a kid. See, I didn't read as a kid. It ticked my mom off that, like, well, your brothers read. Yeah, then they hit puberty and never picked up another book again. I didn't start reading until puberty. Terminator had a motorcycle jacket, so that makes sense. Yeah, that's probably what it was. I remember thinking he was cute. And Mom knew. I was 4 when I watched Alien and Terminator for the first time. So see, we were all messed up as children watching things that we should not have watched. I don't remember when I saw Aliens, but I remember I was fairly young. Some of the kids' films were dark. Well, yeah, I guess Witches kind of was. Like, now that I'm older, I'm like, wait, that was a children's movie? Like, she was turning kids into rats and killing them. Like, that was messed up. To be fair, UK adverts were not much less traumatizing in the 80s and 90s. See, I don't remember the commercials of my childhood. I remember some of like the snacks and the jingles, but not the actual commercials. Some of those road safety ads were brutal. Were they worse than the Iron Brew where he like dropped the kid out of the sky? Not sent them to. Oh gosh. More. Oh, I'm gonna have some fun. Some after stream watching. See, our road safety was in school. Like, they brought in the like little, you know, rug that had roads on it and buildings, and yeah, like, hey, remember to watch where you're going. Like, we didn't have advertisements. We had playtime. I'll go find one. Some of our ads would actually have you in tears. They packed a punch. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the horror movie images on the boxes of video stores, both cassette and DVD, were nightmare fuel, but so draw you in. I think like the first horror that I really remember watching was Scream, and I was sleeping in the living room waiting on my brother to get home from work from the movie store, and I woke up to the scene where the girl was crawling through the doggy door in the garage. That is not what you're supposed to wake up to in the middle of the night when you're like 10. Sitting one to Goodreads. I don't think we ever did Blockbuster, because he worked at Hollywood Video, so that was the one that we would go to, because he would just bring us home the movies. Oh, you sent me a couple. I love it still replying to Moo Moo. Oh, geez. The Moo Moo. I watched a couple of videos of Americans reacting to some of our emotional ads. A few were crying and all were shocked those were on TV. Okay. Well, now I'm going to have to watch it twice because I'm going to forget by the time I pull it up. Now I'm going to be scarred for life. Twice. But actually, so long as the doggies are fine, I'll be fine. It's just a human getting run over. I grew up with Alfred Hitchcock Presents, explains why King never scared me. I remember hearing about those and Mom complaining that, her stuff was way better. Of course, Mom also decided over dinner that she was going to explain how she could have poisoned us, because blowing things up in blood and guts is just lame. So we had to call Grandma because we couldn't eat dinner that night, because Mom might have been trying to off us. And she never got to live it down. But she had a thing she liked arsenic and lace. It's a little terrifying for that to be your mom's favorite movie. I was reading James Herbert as a little kid, and they were my dad's, and he let me read them. I don't know who that is, but I'm guessing that if it was your dad's, it was very inappropriate. Unless he was still a child. Oh, Grandma's the one that let me read Interview with the Vampire. Though, to be fair, she didn't know what it was. Somebody just gave her a box of books, and she's like, oh, here, try this one. And, yeah. And I eventually got the movie. It was, no, I definitely could not watch this with Grandma. There's some scenes in there. It's bad enough when you'd be trying to watch Nickelodeon in the middle of the day, and it's like, oh, it's like Nickelodeon, it's a children's time. It's cool. Like, this is safe. Trojan commercial. I swear I was not watching this, Grandma. She didn't know what it was. I don't know who gave her that box of books, but yeah, me and her, she got me the movie. Just like, oh, I read the book and I liked it. And then we watched it together. That's why we started watching Disney movies, because, oh my gosh, I couldn't take any more Lifetime, and I don't think either of us want to watch that movie together. She thought shut up was a bad word. But she also called my other brother a bastard, and it was great. He made her cuss. You know what I want? A good horror book series. I want them rammed down my throat, and I want to enjoy them. Noah, calm down now. You can't be asking to have things rammed down your throat in this chat. Do you know who is here? You got Jenny and Vin's up there somewhere. He was a British horror writer. He was compared to Stephen King, but he was way more succinct and to the point. No waffling. Still, he could write books under 1,000 pages, is what you're saying. Nosferatu, also a movie to not watch with grandma. Probably not. But grandma was the good one. That's right. That's one of those like old black and white movies, isn't it? The Gutter Queen. You need to read Campy Damascus, bud. You pre-ordered it and never read it. I've been saying everywhere. I was trying to help you, Noah, but dang. Nickelodeon. I remember all that skits. Saturday Night Live for kids. Mm-hmm. And there was that one show that Figure It Out or something. I always wanted to do the temple game. I was so upset that I was never able to be on that show. I just wanted to run through the temple. I don't have an appropriate safe word for that kind of kink, though. Hasn't the Disney Channel now officially closed and it's not on TV anymore? What? I mean, they have streaming, but I'm kind of like, they used to have the best freaking movies. Like, you could not wait for the Disney Channel TV movie to come on. They were so good. Not sure a word works when your mouth is full. Sign language van. 2 taps for stop. We don't tap out here. Or is that more? No quitters here. Never. See, we leave the family-friendly, stuff for Dave and Olive. And then we take it to my channel and go extra. I feel like I'm getting an education or learning things you didn't think you needed to know. On your limits, Noah. Never too old, then. That's what some of these like romance books are for, so you can learn things for, the next time. Instead of watching it, the women are telling you exactly what they want. And very detailed. All the things I did not know about. What with being so virtuous. And you have how many kids, Van? You ain't virtuous. I think you're the only one with actual human children. Now, the rest of us, on the other hand, we're totally innocent. We have no physical proof flying around stating otherwise. Wait, where did the third one come from? I thought you only had 2. That there was the boy and the girl. We got a 20-something and a teenager. Where'd the third one go? I don't take direction well on principle. And this is why we wait for y'all to go to sleep and buy things online. Y'all don't take direction, and then we're not happy, and we still have to deal with the results. 2 boys and a girl. Now I have 3. I remember what I was like as a kid. I am not adapted enough to reproduce. Exactly. I mean, my grandmas loved me, but they didn't have to raise me except for on the summers. I know why the other ones did not like me. I don't like me. I don't want to deal with little me that I'm not allowed to smack up. Well, Noah shared that website for that. And you shared it with me. I just was not dumb enough to click that link. I just Googled what it was and did not click on anything. I will scroll on the side. My daughter is excited to clean the windows tomorrow. Is that code for something? And what are you doing? She's a strange one. She offered bonkers. No comment. That is so wrong. Strange hobbies. Is there something in that window cleaner? Is she sniffing it or something? Because that's the only thing that makes sense. My dad said he hoped I had kids like me. That's yeah, that's what every parent says because like, haha, they just can't wait for them to get revenge, teaching them all the noisemakers and the sugar and all the stories you thought they didn't know. It's like, oh, you're trying to discipline me, Mom? I heard what you did. Grandma done and told. Oh no, that's very suspicious. His grandma was the one like teaching us to, play the spoons and the pots and pans and buying the guitars and the microphones and the subwoofers. And you cannot leave her house without eating and having lots of sugar. And some money for some more toys. Grandma definitely used us for revenge on my mom and dad. Nanny would have if she was healthy enough to go to the store. I would have feral kids, and I'd probably encourage it. Until you had to deal with the repercussions. Right now, trying to keep daughter away from certain romance books. Honey, she's gonna find him anyway. If you think she doesn't know something, she does. She has friends and the internet. And they have the internet and friends. Mine are feral, but only as directed. Noah can test to what they're like. I can never deal with my own mini-me. He's too stubborn. Oh, there's Van, and the rest of us are going, yeah, I don't want to deal with me. Definitely not another me. This is the end of humanity. Only the ones that shouldn't are reproducing. Beezer. The fluffy kitty just stalked in. Oh. Yeah, they get worse with every generation. I don't want to know what mine would do. It'd be half me and half whatever's dumb enough to think it's a good idea to knock me out. So they'd be double stupid and messed up. My daughter's boyfriend makes cookies for her and she shares with me. I like that kid. I tell her he's a good one. See, that could go either way. Like my mom, if she really didn't like a guy, she'd pretend to like him. Because it's automatic. Yeah. I thought I was in love with him. Now I want to barf looking at him. Parents cannot approve. I've had a really long day and my coffee is wearing off. Aw. Well, thanks for stopping in. One of these times we'll actually get to a reading sprint. Have a nice rest of your night and sleep well. Biscuits make everything better. Cookies! You're saying it wrong again, Van. Right, night, Noah. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, we're never good. But we never get caught. I must get dinner, but good to see you. It was good to see you too. I do this every Friday night, so whenever you're bored. It's great catching up with you. Night, y'all. So while it's winding down, shall we do our first and probably only reading sprint? Bye, y'all. Enjoy the dinner. This has been a good night. Lots of catching up. Only a little over an hour and a half. So, only like 30 minutes late into getting our first sprint started. Listen, this is Pages and Pandemonium. We think about touching the pages and then it just turns into pandemonium. You have all the chaos. It's what we do. Plus, I mean, me and her have known each other since 8th grade, but it's been a minute. Please know I have not been shushed once then. Yeah, I would never be so rude. My grandma taught me to have some manners. That was right up there with the F word for her. No, you have not been today. You have been good. Except for the poor Noah. Poor thing got picked on. Oh my goodness. Oh. Ooh. He's done and got toasty. So, right. Let's go pretend that we're gonna read. So, let's see. What can I set up? Go with. Yeah, we'll go with that one. He's off work again now, so he needs to be picked on in sprints or it won't happen. And, do you even like somebody if you don't bother to pick on them on a regular basis? Like, gotta tease each other every opportunity. That's how you show that you're friends. Only nice to people you really hate. Oh no. My Vin loves Feyre. Spelled hate wrong. I mean, you do never say anything nice. You always pick on her. Everybody knows boys pick on the girls that they have a crush on. We've been learning that since kindergarten. That's why you pull her pigtails. he'll lay there and watch me. Oh, he'll find out soon enough. There's gonna be that video, and we're all gonna enjoy his reactions. That's gonna be a good time. When do you think you'll have that one up, Elaine? I might make him do a live react to it. Oh, that would be so freaking good. You know, there's gonna be all kinds of gasp. It's gonna be so good. Week or so, few coloring books need to tear out some pages. Oh, yeah. I can just, yep. I can already see his face and hear all the squeaks and the gasps. The absolute horror. He'll be the grand book murderer. You're gonna get your own special title now, Elaine. Book murderer will be too generous for you. Yeah. And others will still get a pass. Dude plays favorites. Yeah, but you know you're one of his favorites. You are his dragon mother. You just have to go and Google the correct use of hyphens. Use them. They do seem to be interchangeable, which is weird. I think it depends on like the country the author's from. Because I know y'all use quotations opposite of the way we do here. And apparently it's correct for y'all style of English. Character Shannon had a two-headed bear thing. What the heck are you reading? Hello, little man. Hello. Is that my handsome little man? Are you finally going to consent to hopping up in the chair? No, you're just going to circle. Yes, Beezer has been in here. My silly boy. Oh. Okay, thanks for the visit. Wag, wag, wag. Hi, bye. Still better than my Please no reading about demons. Maybe. I type an example. Y'all get into some weird stuff. Yeah, that definitely commas would have worked there. Again, depends who the author is. It seems that they're changing the rules on things, and I don't like it. Or it could be original. I know that confused the crap out of him. Like, wait, y'all are using one quotation instead of two. That's that's because Australia and UK do it backwards. Yeah, so no, that's America's pretty standardized, so that's just either bad editing or they're deciding to change the rules and make them equal. And since they weren't smart enough to let me become an editor, I haven't kept up with it. That's wrong. If they'd taken my lit, journalism tests, that would have been a fail. That does seem to be a more common thing now. Usually they do they'll do a double, dash, so it's extra long, which is weird, but I've noticed it in a lot of books lately, and not just in the ebooks where they tend to screw up, but in actual, hey, somebody gifted me this books that are what the heck? I don't like it. It's self-published. Yeah, those do tend to have some issues. We know what we mean, so we see what we mean for there to be. That's why you're supposed to have another editor, because they don't know what's in your head, so they don't automatically see the correction. I'll skip this as well. Either they weren't fully trained, or there was no proper editor involved. But I am noticing the dashes being a lot more in books than there used to be. No, it bugs me less than when they, do the quotations wrong. Like, okay, we're gonna say that they're talking, and then we're gonna say how they said it, and then go back to talking, and forget to put quotations again. That one really bugs the crap out of me. Or when there's full on that word is incorrect and misspelled. Those ones piss me off. Like, somebody got to edit this and get paid for it. And it wasn't me. And I found it. I had to pay to find this error. But heads. Yeah? Is Franny sending you as emissary? Something is up with Puppy. Why is it, little man? What is it? Are you just feeling Riley? You could come snuggle. Silly boy, he was all riled up because his other human's not in here. He's home, but he's not unreachable. So quotations is interesting because we split quotations and speech marks, which I suspect may be a UK thing. Which is the exact opposite of how the US does it. Like if you're, somebody's talking, it's doubles, But then if you're just quoting something, it's like, she said whatever inside of telling a story gets 1. But then I've read like an Australian author and they have it reversed. And I've noticed a lot of UK books do the same thing. Apparently that's the correct way, and or at least at some point that was the rule for y'all. But I've still seen it where it's like, wait, you're supposed to, when they start and stop, there's still supposed to be a mark of some sort, and they'll just be like, nope. They'll just finish talking, go blah blah blah. She said this way, and then go on. Where is the closing half of that mark? Ticks me off. On saying that, they are used pretty interchangeably. They're not supposed to be. It's just wrong. Drives me bonkers. $29, nice. We make our own rules. You're making them wrong. That's why your stuff is mislabeled and you can't tell biscuits from cookies. Or biscuits from scones. You're just going down the line getting it all confused. I made it to page 61. And I started on 48. Y'all distracted me. But that's okay. Because I probably won't sleep tonight, and then I'll sit in here and get some more reading done. So I got it started yesterday as I finished my supposedly murder mystery that wasn't a murder mystery, and then I read this. I don't know. Garrett seems to always think he's eating biscuits. To be fair, they do usually look kind of dry and crumblier than biscuits. Like, cookies are supposed to be soft. His look a little wrong. His look more like the top of an Oreo. If they're crumbly, they're only for dipping, or they are overcooked and wrong. Even the oatmeal cookies are still supposed to be soft. The only crunchy ones are the Nutter Butters. And again, those are for dipping. Like ginger snaps. I tend to be crumbly more often here, but we prefer drier biscuits. It's basically, it's like a peanut butter cookie, but then you bake a sandwich of it with like a peanut butter fluffy cream goes in between the two peanut butter cookies. And if you really want to get fancy, there's also a bar that goes by the same name, and it's like a wafer cookie with filling, and then they coat it in chocolate. Try food. Why'd you have to say that? Because now my mind went there. It has been a perfectly innocent food all my life. And now you just made it dirty. That's why it's peanut butter and almond butter. I refuse to call it the other thing that I have heard people say. Because they know what they're doing. They can pretend that they're innocent, clueless vegans, but they know what they're doing. Their high maintenance, never worked a day in their life phrases. You can't be saying them kind of words. And now I have that book, and it's all his faults. Which apparently his having it is your fault, so it's both y'all's fault. And it will never be anything other than it's the nut paste book. Oh, that was so good. As soon as I read that, I'm like, I know what that is. I know it's a brand because I've bought them for that one. And then I've watched Big Bang Theory, so I know what the other thing is, but it's a live stream and Jenny was there, so I'm like, nope, I have no idea. I just know that has a dirty root word. Oh, that went so off the rails. I can't believe Pat helped us. She accidentally became a chaos, goblin herself. I mean, we tried to give the guys a break and, me and Jenny split up, but no. Apparently they get jealous, so we just have to be chaos together for them always. They've asked for it now. Not that we were going to behave anyway, but now it feels like an obligation of that's what they expect and require of us to help things along. Keep them on their toes and confused. Oh, jeez. So how did y'all's little bit of reading go anyway? Mine is, we were sneaking into some, witch doctor wise woman's old thing looking for poisons and getting busted. Right, I am off to bed. Need to be up at 7. Ooh, that's yucky. So, well, thanks for popping in and creating some chaos. Hopefully you get some good sleep before all the munchkins show up. Good thing my live with Margaret is at 3. Don't want Dave complaining. We'll just have to give Dave some crap. Mine had a 3-headed bear with one head hanging off its... So it was just stepping on its head all the time? Like, what? You read some weird stuff, and I'm gonna need to know what that is when you're done. Have a good night, then. Don't be dreaming about ginormous bears going after your throat. Or down it, You're gonna be chased by bears, and then they're just gonna be going, come here, Finn. They might kill you, you might just choke, Depends. We don't know the size. Oh, jeez. This book's still familiar but irritating. I can't remember reading it before. It's going to be that constant driving nuts of, I know I've read this, but did I? Or does it just sound kind of like somebody else? Be good. Catch you soon. I will update you some more about Memories Hostage. Oh, we're always good. Because we never get caught. my ghost. Night. Oh, it barely shows there. I have to actually highlight it to see the little ghosty. It's been a good couple streams. We got to catch up with Farrah yesterday, and one of my girls from back home childhood today. Yeah, she left Georgia, and then I haven't visited, and it'll be 9 years this year since I've gone back. So yeah, really been a long time since we've seen anyone. It's been about 8.5 years since I've been home. The hubby watching TV with the cats, or has he already gone to bed? Told him the other day he has to finish the book. Read 4 chapters on this channel, being a book tease. That old tease. At least I'm nice. I only read 1 chapter, really get it going. Like, all right, now you're interested. I'm not going to actually read a whole chunk. Ooh, what's he up here reading? Did he find a good spy novel? He's being sneaky with his reading. I'll have to start recommending him some books. Like that Steve Berry one was kind of meh. Definitely tell him don't bother reading Born Identity. That one was not very good. Once again, I preferred the movie. And I have not heard good things about the Born Ultimatum book either, which is way huger. Fran. Big pigs. That's just a water glass, big girl. That's a water glass. Twiggies? Yeah, good girl. Oh, I've heard of that guy. I haven't read him. He seemed like he was going to be too close to serious for my tastes. I had one about a plane crash by him. That was one the adoptive-ish mom liked. A little bit closer to nonfiction, huh? What do you think, big girl? I'm gonna stare off into space. Franny Fanny. Yes, your son has been here. And your brother. They really like the double rug. Speaking of your son, he's creeping on you. Beezer. I'll throw a blanket at you. Couple of weirdos. I think they like this rug because they've never been allowed on it. JB earlier just ditched me so he could go lay on it because I have another memory foam rug underneath it with the skeletons. But I was doing some little stuff there. I'm like, ooh, double rug, fluffy and soft. He's hiding under this, licking his butt. Yeah. You can hop up. There we go. The only one that gets in the chair when I don't even have food. This little man just comes and gets me and goes, I'm hyper, but I can't snuggle in it. Don't you try to bite me. He's a butthead. You can't tell. He was purring while trying to bite me. Like your elbow was up on me. Mm-hmm. So now I can't move because he's on my hip. And we must encourage his snuggling. And Brandy's just pouting on the floor. Oh, did you realize you're alone, little man? See, Mommy's library is awesome. You should come in more often. Oscar. I don't think you can see his little head because of JB's, but there's a little man butt over here. The little whip moving. There it goes. Come here. Okay, bye. It's turned into a zoo that will be evacuated in a half hour going, where's dinner? It's your mama and your playmates in here, little man. Come here. You could come stand up. He just keeps circling the chair. Like, I want attention. But this chair is evil, Mama. Come here, little man. Come here. You just go sit there and look at me. He's literally sitting in the intersection in the hallway, just looking between going down the hall and back at me. What is this? But he'll only get here if I drop him in it. And he's like, that's abuse. This chair is evil. But yeah, he was all about snuggling earlier today. He's like, oh, you're pulling out your laptop? I didn't even have it open. He saw and was like, you're going to do something. Hi. So he will be in the next couple of Grimm's Tales because I managed to record 2 today. And he made appearances for both of them. He was quite the star. Has Tiki been helping with all your projects today? Oh yeah, you're gonna beat me up? He's like, I don't know if I want to purr or if I want to hit you. Or both. Not really. They never are actually helpful, are they? They're all getting by on their cuteness. What are you plotting, Fan? Oh, what's your son smell like, huh? Okay, bye, big girl. Come here, little man. It's not time yet. You get dinner at 8 and it's only 7:30. Usually it's Franny trying to work me over for food. Now it's little man doing it. Like, Mama, you don't tell me no. And of course, it's when this one's got his butt slanted into my hip. So if I stand up, he's going to go, whack. Which might actually be kind of hilarious. Oh, be pretty funny watching you slide in the chair. Mm-hmm. You and the hubby got any plans for the weekend? Some more thrift shopping? Oh, little me. Boop. What are you doing? You're on the floor. I see you. Go hop on the bed, silly boy. Yeah, I know you hear me because your tail's wagging. Really, your library's pretty good about that. You seem to have a pickup every weekend. Like, there's no long awaiting between ones, which is nice. Huh. What do you think, Beezer? That tail looks positively up to no good. Oh, now you're really settling in. Now I'm really stuck. He's full on rolled to the side. Yeah. Your sweet boy pose. Mm-hmm. You're gonna show off your fangs. Forgot I had another hold and one came through on Libby. Nice. You're just rolling in them library holds. Huh. And you don't even know, do you? You don't even know. And yet, if I try to pet him anywhere besides here and on the counter, he will fight me. He chased me down and smacked me up. He sure was holding my legs, smacking it and chewing it earlier for attention. And yet still would not let me pet him. He was like, I'm running away. Then he comes in here and does this. But he will not snuggle. Ray Corrill and AI Bunny sent Dave a boxer message as he is into that stuff. Poor Dave, he's so got ganged up on last night. He was the Noah of his own live stream. Been giving him crap for his cute little Olive intro. He's so adorable. Kurzweil. I've never heard of him. Is that going to end up another one of your sections? Going to have some AI stuff? Or are you just a little curious after last night's chats? I think it was. I think it was Demon Crown. I think is the one by James Rollins. That's all about AI and the dangers of it. Or was it Crucible? Now I gotta double check. One of the ones on my shelf. I think it might be Crucible. Oh yeah, it's Crucible. That's the one that's about the AI. You develop the software program. Oh, that's cool. Huh. What do you think? I might really need to do a reread of all my James Rollins. I'm starting to get confused which is which. So many new books to read and old books to reread. The constant confusion. 10 weeks. Oh, that's not nice. Not the longest I've heard of, but not nice. JB, you're going to put me to sleep. Sitting here toasty and petting a soft kitty. This is getting more settled in. I don't know what it is about this spot. The little crossed paws. He pretends to be such a gentleman. Those little paws. But I'm on to you. You're not a gentleman. You bite me. You chase me down and smack me. But I'll still boop your nose. And it's only in here that he will do this. Any other piece of furniture is, how dare you touch me? Here he's like, okay, head scratches are kind of good. I'm a purr about this. I want more. So we have to hang out. He's never leaned up against the back because I can turn the heat on, but it only heats up the back of it. He'd probably freak out. If he ever got in it without me. Oh. His Franny will climb in it. The one video I had where I was She was just laying on my chest. That was me sitting in this chair and her trying to get my hot chocolate. She can figure out how to fit in it for some hot chocolate. Or curl up in it if I'm not here, if I leave the room open, but he can't be trusted not to eat plants, so they can only be in here when they're supervised. Because hibiscuses are bad for kitties. Yeah. They've got a couple buds on the one hibiscus. One fell off, but another one's still growing, like it might manage to bloom. But not if you eat it, you fungus. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this is why him and Little Man have to fight. He steals cuddles in here, and then Little Man's my snuggle buddy everywhere else. Which one came through on your Libby one? Since you got one at the actual library and one on your ebook. Huh. What do you think, Pisa? The Kurtz one's the Libby one? Nice. That always makes it a little bit easier. And you can just download it immediately. Ooh, the list. That was at the library. Nice. You're gonna have it half read before we even start. But I get that one though, because libraries are very like, nope, we don't have them. They all came in at once. Nope, now that one's gonna be a 6-month wait. You never can plan it out. And they get expensive to buy. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I'm just missing Merrick and Blackwood Farm, I think. Which is weird because I had those. I remember I had Blackwood Farm was actually a hardback because it was a gift from a friend in high school. Because me and one other girl were big into Anne Rice. So she got it for both of us. So, I don't know what the heck happened to him. That's in childhood libraries now. Never used to be an issue. On the one hand, it's good that they're, I guess that kind of maybe means that people are actually reading. That's why there's a hold, but, or it could mean we just got cheap and we only have one copy. We used to have a couple for the popular ones. I've got to check my post-religious ones because I know she wrote 3 after she went off and went, oh, vampires are bad. Oh, wait, I might have been nuts. Let's get back to the good stuff. So I think there's 13 13 in total now. And the 2 side vampire ones. With the Pandora that I had a kitty named after. Just getting all comfy. He's full up on me now. It was just his butt. This is what Jackie Boy would do, where I'd get home and we'd have our like hour of hang out, and he would just I'd sit there, cross-legged on the floor, and he would just do this and demand pets for hours. But if you roll the other way where he's showing his tummy to me, I'd have to use the scratcher because it was an attack to pet him where he was looking. So I'd be sitting here reading on my Kindle while I pet him. If I'm in here doing something else, he doesn't try to get in the chair. He will only get in it if I'm here. So it's like, oh, I want to snuggle mama, but I can only snuggle mama here. He'll cuddle kind of sort of with me at bedtime, but I'm not allowed to pet him then, because then it's abuse and he will fight me. Or he'll hang out above my head in the living room, but I'm not allowed to pet him when he's hanging out above my head. That also is abuse. Like, I want to be near humans at all times, but you're not allowed to pet me, except for this chair. Oh, something about this chair is special. That's why I have to keep it, even though little man said he hates it and it's evil and I should get a really big chair. Or just move the love seat in here, even though it wouldn't fit. Yeah. These animals, they're so weird. They have their nonsensical quirks that they get away with because they're cute and occasionally sweet. And this is why I read so much on my phone, because I can't two-hand it. I would drop the book on you and then you go, Mama tried to kill me. And you'd never come back to the chair. I've been caught.
What?
I've been caught. He'd had his butt on me, but now he's full on. Their quirks make no sense, but we'll take it because, he's got that face. He's just getting away with it for the face. Yes. And because you were a bottle baby and it was adorable. Scared the crap out of my coworkers by sneezing. Yes, you did. Don't roar face me. Rah. Oh, do you have to wipe off my germs now? Clean here. That part's matted. Except for then there's this that I need to slice. But I don't have the scissors in here. Yeah, you look so clean until I actually look at you. My silly boy. See if I can get his little paw. He's lucky. He knows if I even look at the scissors in the bathroom or in my little sewing kit in the living room, I don't know how he knows. He'll be full on, hasn't snored an hour asleep. But he will know. And he'll put out the claws. But I don't have him in the bedroom, and you still don't let me pet you when I'm laying down in bed. Little booger butt. I've got my thread scissors in here, but they are way too dull. I'd be spending 10 minutes trying to get half a cut. Are you trying to channel Jack and take over his cuddling? I'll say we used to have a 2-hour cuddle session every day after work. Oh, see, I'm not that suicidal. I ain't touching the nails on any of them. That is the poor vet's job once they are muzzled and knocked out. Even little man, you looked at my paw, mama. You can high five and you can shake, but you don't look at the paw. That is extreme abuse up there with bath time. Mm-hmm. Oh. And of course, he stops making the cute noise as soon as I move it close. But he was making his little I'm falling asleep snore. But he's got a little bit of sinus. I think he gets wrapped up like a taco. Yeah, I don't think even that would save me. We used to have to do that with Jackie Boy when he'd get a little crazy. If we couldn't get the pot holders, you just find anything very heavy and throw it over him and bundle him up. And you'd still get a claw or two coming out. And then about 5 minutes later, he'd get uncrazy after certain noises set him off. Mm-hmm. Get your eye bug. I know that's abuse, Mama, cleaning your eye bugs. Any kind of hygiene, it's such abuse. Can't brush you, can't snip you, can't clean your eyes. But I can get those ears and you're purring about it. Good boy. Has Tiki made a run with any of your supplies lately? Can you hear his little snotty purrs? Oh, Tiki. sounds like Santa. I think he might have sinus issues like me, but it only shows when he's falling asleep. If he's snoring, that means he's awake. It's when he stops snoring that he falls asleep. If I wasn't petting him, his eyes would be open while he does that. Oh, good boy. There's going to be an ambush soon. They both came running down the hall going, "It's time. We have to find a human to feed us." And it sounds like the other human just went outside to go be stinky. So soon you're going to get your mama's nose in your face. Thank you for stopping in. It was definitely an interesting night tonight. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. Bye, y'all. Elaine and whoever is playing Ghost. Oh, yep, here comes little man. Go. You gonna say goodnight, little man? Hopefully you'll enjoy all your reading, and I will see you soon. Bye. You gonna say bye, JB? No? Okay. Good night, everyone.